Yeah.
This weather might even be too warm, you think?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I'll just keep it open. Yeah, once the air heats it up a little bit. And this hill is hot. All the hills are really warm. When you get back down in the valley a little bit, it's a little too.
Well, tell me the story now about Granddad now.
Oh, you mean the one with
Yeah.
about the fire?
No, about the boss man and stuff. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
when
yes.
they came with the torches there. And they were gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, they came with those torches. You ain't taping it, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, let me start over.
Okay.
We was living in Canton, Mississippi at first, and Mom and Dad, I guess they split up for a while or something. He was up north, Milwaukee, with his family up there, so Mama was left alone, and it was a time of year where there was no work for her to do. She didn't have no job or nothing, and we had got like pretty hungry during that time, so it was a man that was going around town asking women to come live on his plantation, and they could work,
for food and stuff.
for food and for, for money they need to, support their families. So Mama accepted that we went because we didn't have, like I said, we were very poor at the time. And then when Daddy came back, they got back together. So Daddy was working on the farm with us, too. But Daddy was the kind of person, if he drank on weekends, he can't work on Mondays.
He ain't gonna work on
Yeah, but see, these people, instead of them just telling them, okay, I can't use you no more, just pay my money, they're going to come there with him and his son in a truck with torches and a whip. And they was going to whip them like they did in slavery days.
Yeah.
And my mama got on her knees. She was crying, pleading with him not to whip Daddy, not to whip him. And they said, you don't have to beg them, I remember the kids was all scared because they didn't know what was going on. And I was too, because I just thought they, was going to do it. But after they decided not to do it, after Mama begged them so bad, they left. When they left, we packed up everything we could carry in that little pack of car we had and drove back to Mississippi, Canton. Told Grandma what had happened, because she had came back to Canton too.
And his granddaddy, mother?
Yes, Miss Maddie Lewis.
Maddie Lewis?
Yeah, that's your grandmother.
Yeah, granny.
That's your your great grand. But anyway, she went to a lawyer. Mama told her how much money they owed the man. She got the money. She paid, so she could pay them people to get Daddy off the place without any confusion, right?
Yeah.
But she knew if he came there with those guns with his sons in the first place, they were going to have to fight their way back out of there. Yeah. So she went to her relatives lived in the Delta, and all those guys, they had been in the Army, a lot of them, they could shoot real good. And she brought 4 of her relatives from the Delta to help move Daddy from over there. So they saw Daddy when he came back and everything. They had no idea that Grandma had her relatives in the house with shotguns shooting pointing out the window at them. Because they came there to whip him for sure that day. But they backed off because they knew if they started fighting, that him and his family, all 3 of them would have been dead most likely. But Grandmama came on the porch. She wasn't scared of him. She said, look, my son is moving off your place. My lawyer told me how much money my family owe you. Here's your check. And we're going to get my family back off of your place. They said Mama said they just staying out there for a while. And I guess they were talking, so they decided to go head on away from there because they didn't want to get shot.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have a shootout because son, it was just 3 against 7 people. And Mama was a sharpshooter, and so was Grandma.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, my mama just had to shoot people away from my house. These guys come in and try to break in on them when Daddy was gone. Yeah, they had to learn to shoot when they was real young. So, and we got them over there. But that still except Daddy from not working on Mondays. But when he worked his 4 days, he worked like a fool, though. He would work like 12, 13, 14 hours, It's just the alcohol and him didn't agree. That way.
And then the story else you was telling me about, this was on Al's side of the family?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
About Uncle Tony. They called him Uncle Tony. And he was my grandfather, too. I remember I told you about my mama's father. I told you about that one, too. In fact, that's the one I think I should tell you about.
Okay.
On there. Okay. My grandfather was named Miles Randall.
Miles Randall.
And a lot of people around there called him Crazy Miles because when you were, you stood up to those people and didn't let them just talk to you or do you anyway, they called you crazy in the South. But one day, 2 white guys came to beat him or whatever, kill him. But he got the ups on them and killed both of them. And so they had the dogs after him and everything. He swam the Mississippi River, cut the dog's throat and got away, and became a hobo for years, running from the law. And that's why that happened, because he just didn't take nothing. He wasn't going to take the beatings or the insults, or none of it. And so he just had enough. They never found him either. He came back to Louisiana, and he didn't die there. We went to get him, brought him to Missouri, and he died in Missouri.
And this is
my grandfather.
Yeah.
So your great-grandfather.
Right.
Yeah, his name was Miles Randall.
And this is my grandma's father, right?
Right. That's Lovey's mama. Your mama's mama, father.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, your mom and mine, mother, father. And then, like I said, after I married Al, I even thought there was relatives of the parallel, of what happened. My husband told me the same thing happened with his grandfather.